spring football, UFL fans? Well, it's already here. Week 5, the midpoint of the season is here. It's hard to believe. Time goes fast when you're having fun and enjoying this league. All right, let's get into it. Our picks of the week. First game, actually the first set of games. This will be another regional action this week on the Fox Network on Saturday night. Both games will be on 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the Fox Network. It'll also be on Fox Sports on Sirius XM Radio. If you can't watch at home, you can listen to the car or wherever you are, which is a good thing. And let's see, which game should we start out with? All right, we'll start with the another Texas shootout here. The San Antonio Brahmas going to Choctaw Stadium to face the Arlington Renegades, who are 0-4. And let's face it, looked terrible last week against a Houston team that was also 0-3. And you could say that last week was probably Arlington's worst game because they actually looked better against better teams. They actually looked better against Birmingham and St. Louis than they did last week against Houston. But credit Houston, they played tough last week. Quentin Dormady played well for the Brahmas last week. I think he'll get better and better. He added another dimension that Chase Garbers doesn't have. That's he can move and can run the ball, but Chase Garbers was a good quarterback. He was probably, I thought, you could have said that he was easily the best one this year before he got hurt. Him, A.J. McCarron, and Jordan Talmo, I think we can objectively say we're the best quarterbacks. But either way, Dormady's here, and he's here to stay pretty much for the year. I'm not sure who his backup is. I probably should have found that out. But as I said, as a DC Defender fan, I am pretty pissed off that we lost this team last year. Now that they're 0-4. But with that being said, I am taking the Bombers. I think even though you got Bob Stoops and Luis Perez, they're reeling. Right now, they're the exact opposite of where they were last year's doing weeks 8, 9, 10 in the playoffs. And they're pretty much going to have to win 5 of the next 6 games to even have a chance at making the playoffs. I'm taking the Brahmas here on the road. Hopefully the Brahma fans show up to the stadium because I think the Arlington fans are about ready packed it in for the year. Hopefully not. Arlington fans, please come out and support your team. It's Saturday night. Your Dallas Stars are down 2 games and none. Your Mavericks are not in the playoffs. Let's see if we can do better the attendance, but I'm taking the Brahmas. I'm going to go 28-16 Brahmas. I don't like, after what I saw last week, I don't like the way the Renegades are playing. I probably shouldn't count out Luis Perez and Bob Stoops that bad. But from what I've seen, nope, I'm taking the Brahmas. Second game of the regional cast. The Birmingham Stallions going to Rice Stadium to take on the Roughnecks. Of course, the big news going to this game is the retirement of Scooby Wright. 29 years old. He suffered a pretty neck injury. They say he can't turn his neck left without a shooting pain going down his arm pretty bad. That's a big loss for Birmingham. It's a big loss for the league because Scooby Wright is the type of player this league was formed on. A guy who was a beast in college, who was fun, who was exciting to watch. Maybe just has that little bit more he needs to be a pro NFL player. That is a bad loss for the league. Not just Birmingham, but the league. Houston has played this team tough. They played them tough twice last year. In fact, the Gamblers / Roughnecks gave them their last loss last year. This could be a get-you game, a gotcha game for Birmingham, if they're not careful. They do match up well with them, I believe. But because Birmingham is hot, I'm going to take the Stallions on the road. This will be close, though. I can see this being a late turnover game going in favor of Birmingham and them winning. I like this. I'm seeing this like a 22-16 game. Birmingham wins. So that is the second game of the regional cast on the Fox Network. Now, Sunday. We'll start the later game first. Also, a Fox game on Fox Sports on Sirius XM Radio. The Michigan Panthers and the Memphis Showboats. I've said it once, I said it 1,000 times. Memphis is the most disappointing team this year, even more than Arlington. I thought Arlington got hot at the right time last year. I looked at this staff and I said this team is loaded, and they have been disappointing. I don't know what's been more disappointing, their play or the opening day attendance at Liberty Stadium. Case Cookers is a good quarterback with no offensive line. And that offensive line for Memphis is terrible, and Michigan defense is pretty good. I am taking Michigan on the road. I said it 1,000 times, if this league is going to be successful, they need good quarterback play, and they need very good offensive line play. And without an offensive line, your quarterback's not doing good. Memphis has got some work to do on the offensive line. I am taking the Panthers. I'm going to say 20-16 Panthers. And finally, we'll talk about the game of the week, the 12 o'clock game on Sunday, the ESPN game, and it'll also be on ESPN Extra on Sirius XM Radio. Division rivals. I don't know if you would call it so much of a rivalry because DC is 3-0 against the St. Louis Battlehawks. The Battlehawks look real good. I still think they need work in their defense. I think DC has the offense to score in the St. Louis defense. For DC, it's about one thing. Keeping Jordan Talmo healthy. Because with the loss of Abram Smith and the three receivers last year, if Jordan Ta'amu goes down, I hate to say it, as much as like DeAndre Francois, he's not Ta'amu. My defenders are 10-0 at Audi Stadium, and I believe they will be 11-0 after this week. This will be a fun game. This will be an exciting game. I'm taking DC to win 31-28. This is going to be a fun game. I will be there, by the way. So I will come back and give you the game day experience at Audi Field. So there you have it. The picks of the week for week 5 of the XFL. Let me know what you think. For the love of football, go UFL. And let's have a good weekend.